How do I show up more authentically? Now, authentic is a bit of a buzzword that makes people go, ugh, sometimes. Let me know if you find that word a bit icky, authentically. And I think because of that, we get a bit resistant to that subject. But it's actually a really, really great question, and something that I think a lot of people struggle with, and actually something that just takes practice. Like, it really does. When we've got a mini camera confidence course inside the Rebels Business Tribe, and one of the things in that course is just telling you that you've really nailed it on camera when you can feel comfortable to speak to that camera like a friend, right? So we're not, but by showing up authentically, we're trying to just be ourselves. And the beauty in that is that you're going to attract people into your business, onto your socials, into your community, onto your email list, into your world, who really feel like they click with you, or that you are their kind of person. And that's probably going to be go both ways. And so you're going to end up building this audience of people that you really get on with. And so showing up authentically is really, really powerful, because it's going to enable you to attract people that are your kind of people. Whereas if you wear a mask and you pretend to be someone you're not, the kind of people that would be attracted to you naturally don't see you, right? They don't see you. So they don't feel attracted to you, because they don't get that element of your personality that they would have been. And so the first thing about showing up authentically is being okay with the fact that you are going to get rejected. Like, open yourself up to it, because we want to be a little bit like Marmite. We want to be ourselves, but we want to be ourselves in a way that we accept and we own and are okay with the fact that actually some people aren't going to like us. Like, I know there are people out there that don't like me, and I'm okay with it, because I don't expect to appeal to everybody, and that's not the point. It's really not the point. We're the rebellious business network. This is rebellious business. It's not wallflower business. When I launched that company, when I came up with that concept, it meant having the tenacity to really show up and be yourself, especially after a lifetime of feeling like you've been required to fit in. It's like, no, I'm going to stand out just by being myself, because school is hard, work is hard, having flipping, being in certain families is really challenging. And sometimes we are changing ourselves to meet other people's expectations, right? And then you start a business and people go, oh, you need to show up authentically and you need to be yourself. And it's this whole like, oh shit. Okay, well, that sounds a bit terrifying. I'm not sure if that's safe. Like, when I did that in school, I got teased. When I did that in this setting, I got, told I was too silly or too loud or too this or too that. And so we actually have to learn and kind of retrain ourselves to be ourselves publicly in front of other people, right? And so it's a bit of a journey. That's why they say entrepreneurship is the most powerful personal development journey you will ever go on. Part of it is this showing up authentically. So the benefits, well, we've got, you're going to attract people that really catch your vibe, that really feel a connection with you. That's powerful, because you're going to be working with people that you really like, right? That's going to be great. You're going to be working with people that are your kind of people, the people that you would naturally gravitate to anyway. Secondly, you're going to build so much trust with your audience if you are really yourself. We can tell, like, you can smell when something's a bit off, right? You can smell it when someone's not quite being themselves or putting on a bit of an act, because they can't maintain that for very long. So if you're being authentic and showing up as the real version of you, you're also going to build a hell of a lot of trust. And as I said already, like, the best way you can do that is to just get on video. And I've challenged you, if that sounds scary for you, if like, getting on video, I don't know if I'm ready for that, then we actually do have a 30-day challenge inside the Rebellious Business Network, where you can jump in and, in a safe, supportive environment of people that get it, just put one video in there every day for 30 days. And I promise you, at the end of that 30 days, you're going to feel so much different about it. And as you go through that journey, if authenticity is what you're wanting to achieve, then I recommend you focus on feeling yourself in front of that camera. Like, when you get to the point of feeling like you can comfortably speak at the camera as if you're chatting to one of your friends, then you have nailed it, my friend. It's not when you have this perfect posture and you can now deliver presentations with the right ratio of arm movements and the proper intonation of voice. It's not that. It's about you being yourself. Like, think, how do I talk to my husband or my friends or my boyfriend or my, how do you talk to those people? Do you swear a little bit? It's okay. You can swear on video in front of your audience. You want to attract people that are going to connect with you, right? That you're going to enjoy working with. If that's you, if that's part of your personality, then like, it's actually okay. You can incorporate that into your brand. Why wouldn't you? Why would you keep part of yourself oppressed because you think that is going to be unacceptable? Bullshit. There are so many really successful entrepreneurs that swearing is part of their branding. Their ideal client, like, let's take Ash Ambirge, for instance. Ash Ambirge, she had this thing called the Middle Finger Project. She's a copywriter and she's all about bringing personality into your copy. And her business was called the Middle Finger Project. She was writing copy for very professional corporate organizations, and her business is called the Middle Finger Project. It's about authenticity. It's about owning those elements of you that are your personality, right? It's not just about swearing as a concept, but it's about that as part of your vibe and your personality. If that's how you are, like if you're a bit punky, why are you pretending that you have brown hair and that you wear a suit? If you have a mohawk, own it, right? So these are the things where you want to have a look at the elements of your personality, and actually you want to lean on them because they make you you. And what happens with that is you're the only, like, there are so many coaches, there are so many, whatever niche you are in, there are so many business owners that have your niche, but there's only one of you. And I know that sounds corny as hell, but there is only one of you, and that means that you are the only person that gets to do that well, right? People can try and be you, but they're never going to achieve it. So there might be, a million accountants or more. There might be a million coaches. There might be a million financial advisors or web designers or whatever niche you're in. But there's only one that can do it quite like you, that's had the experiences that you've had, that's got the personality that you've got, that's got the nuances and the little things that you have that make up who you are as a person. And so when you show up authentically and you allow yourself to have that personality live in front of other people, what you're doing, my friend, is you are creating a USP, which is that you're creating this brand around your business that no one else can really replicate because no one can be you. Man, I wish I understood this when I launched my first business. I was selling ride-on toy cars on eBay and on Shopify and on Amazon, and I was undercutting on price. Like, I was in competition with all these other people that were selling these things, and it was literally price that I was in competition over them with. And my way of trying to solve that problem, how can I sell it cheaper than this guy? How can, if I could sell it cheaper than this guy, then I make more sales because I'll be the cheapest person on Amazon, right? But the problem with that was that they were always going to be a bigger player with a bigger warehouse. I didn't have a warehouse, I had a shed, right? There was always going to be a player with a bigger warehouse that could order more stock and get it cheaper. And so as a result, I ended up just not achieving that goal because I had nothing that I could use that would get these products cheaper than, Barry Big Bollocks over there. So, he won and his business carried on running and mine just suffered. And then when I started learning about marketing and I started learning about branding, I realized, oh my God, that's what the problem was. The problem wasn't that I couldn't get them cheap enough. The problem was that I didn't have a brand. The only thing that was setting me apart from everyone else was the price of my product. And so you don't want to do that in your niche. You don't want to do that with your business. You want people to be shopping for accountants or web designers based on how cheap you are or whatever. You want people to feel connected to you and feel like, oh my God, if I was going to get my website designed, I would get it designed by this person because I love them. They are just so cool. I just really want to hang out with them. They are the person that I would love. That I'm sure, because their personality is awesome, I'm sure they'll design a really cool website, right? That's the kind of message that you want to be, or the kind of vibes you want to be exuding with your content. So look, I've kind of just sold you into being authentic rather than told you how to be more authentic. I guess the video thing is one of the most powerful things. If you can get on video, then you are going to be showing up authentically. Maybe not initially, you're going to have to build up to that, right? My husband Amos, he is currently starting a brand new YouTube channel, right? He's not done anything like this before. He's a nurse. And I'm telling you, his personality is not in these videos yet. There was one where there was a little bit of his personality in the video, and that was where I was sat behind the camera and we did like stop and start, and I got him to do all this kind of like, right, shake it out and like really like smile and be yourself, because, and then he'd go into like presentation mode, and so he's starting to get looser and starting to be able, but he's like done 4 videos. It takes a bit of time, and so what we want to do is we want to take the time and allow yourself to practice loosening up and just being yourself on camera. Yeah, so that's one thing. And as Alex Hormozy says, it takes 1,000 hours before you become an expert in something. Stop expecting yourself to be perfect before you begin. Like, it's just not going to happen. It's not going to happen. This authenticity, right, is actually impossible to nail at the beginning, because quite frankly, I bet you don't really know who you are right now, right? And the more you lean into building your own business and developing yourself as you go, like, you're going to be peeling back the layers on that. And also, you're going to change. If you're at the beginning of a business journey, you're not going to be the same person in 2 years' time. And so you are going to change. And so, you know, this thing is an evolution, it's a process, and you just got to go one layer at a time and just allow those layers to peel back. Another thing I wanted to share about authenticity and how to really use it in your marketing relies on me to sort of teach you something real quick, if you don't know this already. And if you do, I hope it's a great reminder that the purpose of marketing is just building relationships. And when I say marketing, let's clarify that. I'm talking about the content you're putting out on social media, people talking about you, word of mouth. That's marketing too. The content you're putting out on social media, your lead magnet, your email list, basically everything you are doing at the front end of your business to get seen, get noticed, get heard, to start putting yourself in front of new people, and also to continue showing up in front of existing people in your audience. And you do that in a way that demonstrates that you have a business in this, and that you are an expert in this, or you're the go-to person in this, right? So that's what I mean by marketing, very loose terms. But with your marketing, the purpose of it, the objective of it, is to literally build relationships with people. That's it. You want to be building relationships. The reason being, in order to build a relationship, you have to build trust with someone, right? Building trust is you want your audience to know you, to like you, to trust you, so that they feel like they want to buy from you, so that they feel when they need what you sell, they're going to come to you because they know you, they like you, they trust you. And we build trust through building a relationship with people. So if your primary focus is to build relationships with your audience, then showing up authentically is the answer to that. Going on live video or recorded video, or you being natural on video, is the answer to that. Running live events would be incredible, where you can bring people together and let them meet you, and run Q&As and run networking sessions of some kind. Brilliant solution to that, because people are going to get to meet you and connect with you in real time, whether it's virtual or in person, it doesn't matter. They're going to get a sense of your energy, what you're about, who you are, and that's going to start building this relationship. It's going to start building trust. And I can bring this back to where we launched the Rebellious Business Network in 2020 and show you how powerful this was. So we launched the Rebellious Business Network in 2020, and what that was, we launched it, I just mean I put together a live event, which was networking and education combined in one live call, Wednesday morning, 10:30. We've actually got it going live in an hour from now, the Rebellious Business Show. It's still running all these years later. But this was something that we put together to bring people together, allow them to network, teach them a bit about online business, online marketing. And it was a blast. Like, people really enjoyed it and they came. And then what happened was they started telling their friends about it and they came back. And, you know, before I knew it, this community of rebellious networkers was growing. And one of the main things about that was that I was with my kids in lockdown at home, going live to just show up and help some people with online business. Like, that's literally what it was about. It doesn't get more sort of real than that. COVID, lockdown, like 2020, and this thing. There was one time where I literally got locked in my bedroom because the door handle fell off, the laptop was about to die, and I had to shout to the kids to come and rescue me and let me out. And I think what happens is that when you show up in that way, it's like raw leadership, and you start to build a following in the sense that people want to support, people want to get involved, and they start to get behind your brand and your purpose for creating this thing. And it grew really nicely. Within 9 months, we'd done 6 figures in sales, direct correlation to the Rebellious Business Network, because we had this incredible audience and we were showing up authentically. And I had people coming towards me going, Cordelia, can you help me with my business? I really need some help with this. Can you help me with that? And I was, by the time I was given the opportunity to go back to nursing, because I'm a nurse, and there was the retired nurses list that was created, and I had the opportunity to go back and be on the front line with my friends in the hospital, I was fully booked with clients, and it was because of this Rebellious Business Network, right? So it's a really, really powerful thing to show up authentically and be yourself. And one thing that I recommend you do straight off the bat is you own it. Don't, or stop. If you're doing this, stop doing it. And if you're not doing it, great. And if you're thinking about doing it, don't show up and pretend to be perfect, like you've got it all figured out. Like, you've got it all figured out. You've got it all sorted. You are this professional expert, because you're doing yourself a disservice. There is so much value in telling everyone, letting them into the secret that you don't really know what you're doing. Like, you are just figuring this out as you go along. This is the first time you're going live, or this is the first time you're running this event, and you don't really know what you're doing. And you are just trying to show up and just trying to be there with them to give them some help and guide them with something that you have accomplished in your life. That is going to really, really demonstrate vulnerability. It's going to demonstrate fantastic leadership skills. It's going to make people feel like they can relate with you, because, oh my God, they're just human, just like me. And you're going to find that you feel so much more relaxed, because you're not trying to force yourself to demonstrate that you're perfect, or you've got all your shit sorted and you know what you're doing, because we do put that pressure on ourselves and we do it unconsciously, and you just don't need to. Like, own it. Let your audience know that you're a beginner. Let them get behind you. Let them help you. Ask them for advice. Ask them for support as well in the areas where you are still learning. So I hope that was helpful. Authentic marketing is really beautiful. It's a gorgeous way to promote your business, because you end up with amazing people around you. And it's a journey, because it's scary. You have to put yourself out there in a way that you haven't done before, potentially. And especially if you were bullied at one point in your life, that's really, really hard. But I promise you that on the other side of that journey, and on the other side of you going for it and doing it and putting yourself out there, you've got a beautiful audience, you've got a beautiful business, and you've got amazing people around you, and it was worth it.